The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
All right. Oh. Anyhow, so I told him, Dad, I'm a big girl now. I ain't need your help. I can do it on my lonesome.
What did he say to that?
Have at it then. And he handed me his favorite wrench, the one he used for the canner. He was probably half as tall as I was.
He didn't scold you for talking back to him?
Nah, he was never like that. I always thought it was funny when I get indignant about something. Then he'd watch me do whatever it was, make sure I didn't get hurt, but he'd never interfere. I learned a lot that way.
I wish I could have met him. Anyone who helped shape you must have been a special person.
Oh, excuse me.
My father and I were often at loggerheads. He had notions of how the station should be run, and I had others.
Captain, we gotta talk about... I don't got words. She was the... I'm leaving. This isn't something you could... One day, maybe... Goodbye, man.
Good luck, Captain.
Ooh, you...
Some crewmen.
You're adjusting before you pull.
Okay, Captain, she... I'm near. So she got here, and then she just sort of touched my arm. Then I... Well, sure you could see, but you ain't much of... We both see enough engines in our day-to-day. There's nothing special about sitting next to another one, even if June hardly ever makes it down to Groundbreaker's mess during regular meal times, so... She stood stock still and just said, "Oh, real soft." Oh, and I told her how we got Mr. Raymond to bake it for us, so it was double authentic. Made by a real... Sure was. When I brung out the sweetheart cakes, June, she got a little... But I stopped her because I wanted to say it first. I never felt so bold. I told her about how she made me feel. Bold like I acted. And then she pulled out a paper and read a speech. She talked about the things she'd... She was worried she wouldn't get the words out right. Especially after... Anyhow, when she wrapped up, We talked about it some. I told her I wasn't sure how... She said we'll take it as it comes. Fix things... Nope. You've been real patient. So, if you don't mind...
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Something you need?
I've always loved.
Like a star, darling. Square your shoulders. Hand on your hip. Yes, that's it. I have it. I know exactly what we're doing. The saucy confidence of a spacer. The raw contempt of an iconoclast. The brute... 1 part Mantiqueen chitin, 3 parts hide from a Raptidon. We're revolutionizing the fashion of Byzantium. I love the way you just smolder with contempt. It makes me want to spoil you. Here, get this done for me, and I'll have you strut...
I love Byzantium. What else are you doing?
Is Mayfield still drinking?
Idiot's probably fake.
I seen you limping a bit. You all right, Mr. Vicker? Need us to slow down?
I'm afraid my years are catching up with me. But never fear. I believe I can still keep pace with you and the captain.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicker. Don't worry. The captain and I'll take care of you.
I know you will, Miss Holcomb, and thank you.
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you?
For the last time. Access to Byzantium is impossible without a
I
proper
hear monarchs
navigation.
jumped up dissidents are running
Now.
the planet now.
How splendid. Another. Why, just this morning I thought to myself, as lovely. And here you are. Admittedly. Now, if only you could gracefully take a shower. Preferably. Honestly, what is the board? I earned my place here, just like every. Chief Idea Officer. He came up. Well, he described. It was a. I just told you. My grandfather made. Of course it is. Wealth is the most visible, objective measure of success. And success isn't given to you. If you have wealth, you're successful. And if you're successful, you must have earned it. You're welcome. Now, do we have... What's wrong? It erodes. This city is meant... But now we are... The worst thing to happen to Halcyon. A contest that gives even the lowliest, most inefficient workers a chance... By simply winning a lottery, those early retirees get an exclusive... Oh, by the law. I mean the print... It's not right. I deserve to see... You know...
Oh, we get paid this time.
Yes. Listen to... What is that person's job exactly? Well, it doesn't matter. What's important is that you think this is a fabulous arrangement. Fantastic. I hear the chosen retirees all enter the retirement. Unless, of course, you had a wealthy, beautiful... These... The same way and... Bits... For...
Did you hear? Marjorie Dalton and Archibald Harris are redecorating with real
Laws. Don't they know those went out of style 3 weeks ago?
So did their marriage, apparently. I'd wager my inverted bathtub she backs out of the contract first.
too much like traveling with us before you met that hermit fellow.
Yes. I was kind of an ass, wasn't I?
I wouldn't say that. You were more of an... well, I'm just glad you...
That's the last of them.
Finally. Is it just...
Keep quiet.
Welcome to the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Early Retirement Center. You, the lucky few, have been selected to spend the rest of your days living the high life in your own private district in Byzantium. When you arrive, you'll be whisked away to your very own luxury penthouse, furnished exclusively by 24/7 Furniture's Deluxe Falscowood Collection. Some assembly required. 24/7 Furniture is not responsible for any injury, psychological damage, or divorce litigations that occur during the... After you get settled in, you'll have the chance to explore your new home. Why not go for a bite at one of our many restaurants, like CMP's Blazing Borscht Barbecue or Rizzo's All-You-Can-Crunch Cereal Buffet?
Oh no.
Next, sweep resetting action. System vest. Threat level neutralized. Processing security, but resetting threat level.
Don't mess with her.
Unexpected. Search all for unauthorized persons.
I tell you what, we'll change the font in our contract.
It is endlessly fascinating to me that all of existence is simply atoms, molecules, and chemical reactions, which in turn create and govern.
I must admit, I'm getting a certain thrill out of our little arrangement. If this goes well, perhaps I'll... It is going well, I knew it. I just knew it. What a disaster. Did you get a good look around? What was it like? A fountain of it? I bet it's Spectrum Ultraviolet too. Disgraceful. I can't find one bottle of it and they get a whole fountain. I can't believe they kept this from us. From me. The nerve. The audacity. Here, take your payment. I have to fetch my things. I don't care what I have to do. They'll give me luxury or give me death.
If it's meant to be, it'll... Nicely done.
It's gotten quiet.
CNP Mere Maple Syrup. It's Mere this complete breakfast.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
You ain't making a lick of sense, Max. Of course I got a self. I'm me, Felix Millstone.
No. I find myself marveling at the
Good to see you, boss.
Thank you, Sam.
Hey, Cap.
In orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
How are you feeling, Mr. Vicker? After your, hallucinations.
Fantastic. But it must be said that the sensation of myself as a separate mind inside a bag of skin was the real hallucination.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. It's quite liberating to realize that one is simply an aperture through which the universe...
I guess this is what Edgewater's gonna look like in a couple of years. You sure we ought to go this way, Captain?
Arm your back, Captain. Our victory is their defeat. We'll be over quickly. Fine hit, Captain!
Destination reached. Scylla.
team, my friend. Fine kill.
Here they come! Nice one! Here we go! Look at us!
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Remember that train?
What can I do? I've been thinking of a name for this new outfit. Chimera. Crafted from the... While you were gone, I put in an order for one of my bespoke lapels. Those slackwits at HPF... Understatement of the year, darling. Can you believe the cheek on... Wonderful!
I've always loved that.
The best finest.
Burning the midnight. How many? If you would like to... Halcyon parcels... That's just a little part. Nope. Just... It's very technical. Halcyon parcel service strict. We can ship all the parts.
Welcome to Halcyon Parcel Service. How many... Let me... It appears that a parcel for me... Let me see here. A parcel for Jolicoeur... Thank you.
You're a deft hand with a mag pick.
Mr. Vicker, did you ever get a little bit homesick for Edgewater? That ocean stink.
Through every
Can't
technique.
say I miss the stink or much about it.
Halcyon parcels. How may I must respectfully ask that you calm down. If you would like to lodge a if you would like, I see you're from.
How may I? Of course. If you could just verify for me that you are... Yes, I can see by your... Everything seems to... I hope this is...
C&D Board worse. It's not the worst unless it's worst.
I love this engine.
Hey, careful. Don't... You mean Ms. Jolie Kerr? She was reported for practice. We found her in her office, working on something perverse. Never took her for a Byzantium security regrets any disruption to regular flow of Byzantium cultural standards are enforced by Universal Defense Logistics. Universal Defense Logistics. Your first and last line of defense in the war against the... Keep it quiet. What do you think you're doing? Just don't make more paperwork for me. All right.
Or maybe you'd like to head to the bar and enjoy an ice-cold Zero-G Brew by Spacer's Choice. Zero-G Brew, an ale that's good for what ails. All this and more will be complimentary for the entirety of your stay, courtesy of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation. You won't have to spend a bit.
Clearing queued security actions. Reminder, please pay your graveside fees. Security.
That's the last of them! You're fast.
You're an artist, Captain.
Sorry, I shouldn't talk.
Sorry, I shouldn't talk. Not that silent paper.
Captain, I stand out here like a big, greasy thumb.
Do we really need all this security? I have to go through 3 checkpoints just to take a bathroom break.
Can't be too careful. Careful. Dissidents like Phineas Wells will stop at nothing to ruin this.
You hear about that dissident working in that clothing store? This is why we've got our UDL security attendant is always prepared.
Most of the day-to-day business goes through the adjutant, Sophia Conway.
Most of the data, always plenty of filing to be done.
Welcome to the official headquarters of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Board. Today's greeting is brought to you by
Chairman Rockwell is working on some exciting new plans for the colony.
State your business. Please step away. This entry is for high-priority HHC business only. If you're not clear to know, then I'm definitely not... Huh. I didn't realize we were still using those iridescent stickers. I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry 32B. Now, let's see. You don't have to be sarcastic. Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms. And I can't afford the citations for impeding HAC. Just know there are a bunch of guards upstairs, and they're all high on dervish mist and...
Apologies for the wait. Personal assistant to Adjutant Akande and Chairman Rockwell. Ah. Will there be anything else? Excuse me, just a moment. I beg your pardon, Minister Clark's former office is current... I suppose that is... admiss...
One person gets all this space. Just to sign papers all day?
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
That was all a story, wasn't it? It's not real.
Well, that was some quite distressing information. There's something weighing on my mind.
How may I be of assistance?
If you see any sprats loose up here, definitely don't.
If you see any sprats loose up here, definitely don't touch them.
Not so fast. The Ministry of Accuracy... Basically, if you don't work here, or for Chairman Rockwell himself, you're not getting... I don't know how you got that, but I still don't know you, and I don't have any new clearances on the list. What? Oh no. You must be from Chairman Rockwell's office. I'm so sorry. No one told me you were coming. Please, go on through.
I don't have time for this.
A UDL security attendant.
Move along. Nothing exciting ever happens around here.
Nothing exciting ever happens around here.
Someone needs to teach those iconic... A UDL security attendant is always prepared.
Great work.
What's this I hear about you ordering more tests performed with
Developing
sample
new
4157? That's
It's vital to the colony.
I saw a variance in the results that we never encountered.
I really should concentrate on what I'm doing.
If I still believed in the grand plan, a revelation like this, knowing you, I can only I hate to contradict you by anything.
Let the record show that Subject 23K's cause of death is cerebral vascular incident brought about by a ruptured aneurysm.
That's an 86% failure rate for this batch. I think we can safely move on to the next one. Got your paperwork squared away?
as always.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest. You have a message from Adjutant Sophia.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career. I think you're being modest. I've been keeping up with you ever since Emerald Vale. Now that was an interesting piece of work. A rundown backwater, barely worth the ink on a map. Until you showed up. When you cut off power to Edgewater, you saved me a great deal of trouble. Now I don't have to bother trying to save that town. All this happened because some mysterious stranger fell out of the sky. Not always. For the longest time, I could never be sure if you were on our side or against us. You should be back on the Hope, frozen in a hibernation chamber. Yet here you are, flying about in a stolen ship, leaving a trail of paperwork in your wake. The board doesn't know what to make of you. But I do. I've seen your potential. There's so much we can do for this colony. We raised security on the Hope after Wells broke in. As for discovering the identity of the missing colonist, all we had to do was scan the passenger manifest. You have something I want. I'd like to negotiate. There's exactly one vessel in all of Byzantium that looks like it dropped out of an Aetherwave drama. Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn him in to us. He has a litany of charges against him. Vandalism, illegal experimentation, sedition. I could go on. Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going to endanger everyone in Halcyon. He's an obsessive psychopath. And he's using you. You're in contact with Wells. I want you to send us a tracing signal from his communication terminal. Wells was our mistake. We failed to apprehend him for years. I'm asking you to help me correct that mistake. I'm sending you my access code. Contact me from Wells's terminal. When you're done, come speak to me in my office.
Adjutant Akonde's call has been terminated. Will there be anything else, Captain? We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself?
I've kept myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me. What? Oh, yes, well, that's obvious. Anyone with 2 working labs can see this colony's slouching toward oblivion. Why do you think we've been doing all this? I revived you to help me save Halcyon from annihilation. Freeze all the workers? Why? So a gang of powdered toffs can carry on living in Byzantium? You call that a plan? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. That makes 2 things we don't have. Time and chemicals to revive the other settlers. None of this was supposed to happen. I was supposed to revive the Hope's colonists. We were supposed to have enough time to solve the problem before we all starved. Human test subjects. Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board. Damn, that's not enough. Not nearly enough for the whole ship. I could revive a handful of settlers. Maybe, possibly, damn. We're out of time. We're out of chemicals. We may very well be out of options. If the board has their way, we're all going to be spending the rest of our lives frozen in stasis. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers. Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head. Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope. Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius! We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab. Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
And that's going to work, without killing us in the process. I thought intra-system microjumps were prohibited for a reason.
Yes, there's always a risk of a catastrophic collision between the Hope and, say, Terra 2, in theory. But you'll be fine, provided your calculations are correct. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen... Certainly. Unlikely. The Hope is as massive as the Groundbreaker, but compared... The board might notice, possibly, depend... It wouldn't surprise me. When I pulled you out of the Hope, the board nearly intercepted me. Skip drives were never designed to be used within a system, but I skipped my ship across Halcyon when I rescued you. That is, I ruined my ship and nearly killed myself in the process. I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the Certainly.
If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark is lucky to have... We have arrived at the Hope. I need you to reroute power. You'll have to connect me to the... If your calculations are even slightly or the sun. Forgetfulness can be an early warning sign of I need you to. You'll have to connect me to the hope. Also, there are. Captain, I hope Dr. Wells has not dragged you into one of his irrational schemes again. My diagnosis of his mental stability is not flattering.
Power's out, Captain.
You ought to see Quincy for your assignment.
You know, when they posted us here, I told them there wasn't any point. Nobody would be so... Shows how much I know. You've got about 5... Explode? Oh, all right. You'll want a uniform so my staff doesn't shoot you on sight. They're dangerous. We've got a few ex...
Eyes out for dissidents.
Can you hear me, Captain? I have successfully integrated myself into the Hope's comm systems, and am attempting to establish contact with the Hope's more primitive processor now. Would you like me to play a mood-suitable music selection while you travel to the bridge? Oh, sorry. File not found. I see you've located the stasis chambers. Which pod were you slumbering in for so long, Captain? The missing one?
This must be unsettling for you, Captain. Should we assign Sam for a cleanup?
That's it. Captain, we ought to go. Please. This place is giving me the fucking creeps. Keep your shoulders up. I hear someone snuck into depository.
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him. Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. Probably not, but don't let that stop you. My Constellation executable. Searching. Please stand by. Ah, found one. Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. and also potentially kill an entire... Jump-starting the skip drive. Destination set to the Rings of Terra 2. I wouldn't advise...
Well, it's been a good life.
Admitting a deficit? My, you never cease to amaze me, Captain. Skipping the Hope in 3, 2, 1.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro-jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years on a derelict ship?
That is what my captain intends, yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport, and this will cause
Yes, I am...
You should not be doing this.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are a go. To Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
Ugh. I feel like my stomach's still back where the ship used to be. I need a hard drink and a long nap.
Captain, I am receiving it. Captain, I shall now play.
The board is here. They found me somehow. They're about to blast my door open. I can't stop them from getting me, and there isn't enough time to explain everything. But there's something very important you need to remember. The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? They're fucking corporate swine. You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me! I'll never...
It would seem the recording captured some rather dire events. I presume you'll want to dock at the orbital lab to check on your associate as soon as possible. How can I be of assistance? Certainly, Captain. What would you like? Why was the chemist sad? Because all her beakers are gone. As you wish. Mm-hmm. We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab.
Entering quiet mode.
Detected! Careful, you're hurt!
Preparing to neutral... Entering quiet mode. This unit is clear. Identified. Wrong tool for the job.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members... Captain, as it appears we may soon... I believe the crew would like to speak...
Those board goons kidnapped Mr. Phineas and hauled him away to Tartarus. How are we gonna get him out?
I'm not one for pointless heroism, but the board's gonna be after us next. We gonna finish what we started?
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. But that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain.
Ornery board goons and one-ply toilet paper for starters. But I hear their brainwashing program's state-of-the-art, so I guess you get used to it.
Still, we can't do nothing. It wouldn't be right.
The armed surveillance protocols on a maximum security prison planet are highly sophisticated. As such, escapes are historically quite I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit...
Getting in is the simple part.
Let's just do it. Kick down some doors, grab Doc...
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs.
It's the craziest... And
you didn't hire me.
I think...
I know.
You're right.
Let's set up... The entire plan is a terrible...
We gonna prepare? Sure.
The fewer folks we got to hurt, the better.
Sure, boss.
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the... Please be advised that electrical storm... Resident count is as follows. 3. The interior can be... I would also ask that you... Understood. If you die or are incarcerated for life... Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving...
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. You are hereby confined to your docking platform. Your ship is not permitted to leave until you only after your smoking corpse is thrown from an air...
Captain, I would...
Protocol is important. The sentencing of one crime does not preclude the sentence. Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Looks like you're gonna have company at the execution. Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker?
Transmission... How can... I request you...
The captain did right by us
What was
once.
that?
Now it's ours. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardat.
Somebody clean up this mess. Take
I have your back, Captain.
Stay down,
Captain, you're right. They call this place the Labyrinth. Perhaps we should all meditate on that as we make our descent.
They say nobody's ever broken out of the labyrinth. Didn't say nothing about breaking in, though. Lead the way, boss. I got your back.
I'll keep quiet. Here we go!
Nobody messes with you, boss! Oh, that's the last of it! You're the best there ever was! Alright, here we go!
Go!
Right, let's dance! Next. Nobody? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Incoming!
Woo! We all in one piece?
boys on our hands.
Get in there, troops! For Monarch! For Halcyon!
Take them! Now keep quiet.
Where's the back, Captain? Nobody? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Beginning security patrol. Security alert detected.
Get in there, troops! For Monarch! For Halcyon! Who's the best? I'm a good brawl. Let's take him down! What was that? Try me. Take him down!
look who it is. I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus. And I see you've brought the kid along. Babysitters may be expensive, but they're worth it, you know.
Yeah, keep talking, pal. I'll just keep thinking of a place to bury your body.
And the convict, the vicar. You know, most people, once they're out of prison, don't seem keen on returning.
Oh, I would go anywhere to see you fall, sir.
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one to the face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my citizens. Haven't you heard? Phineas is working for us now. It took some doing, but employing an efficient management strategy of putting our guns to his head seems to have done the trick. Yes, he is an extraordinarily obstinate fellow, isn't he? Fine, he isn't working for us but that's between us. As far as my adoring citizens... Oh yes, go on, wake them up, add more mouths to feed. I don't know what half-baked plans that simpleton in a lab coat has been Let me ask you something, Captain. Have you at any point thought about
I believe we could ask you the same.
That's because you don't think ahead. Phineas, we don't need. We'll have to agree to disagree on that one, Captain. I've got work to do.
Everything in my life has been leading up to this point. I believe I'm ready for this.
All right, boss. I'm ready. Let's do this.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the net. Do you imagine you're leading some grand revolutionary army? Those barbarians from Monarch are running wild in my prison. You're nothing but a rabble-rouser. You make a nuanced and compelling argument. Dr. Wells is being held in my custody. All that's left to do is put down this riot. Fair enough. This prison is equipped with an automechanical... And don't worry, I will inform...
Process.
I can hardly believe my eyes. You didn't have to do this, you know. Risk your life just to save mine. No, I expect they didn't. You've left the board in tatters, but Halcyon is still... You and I are going to have to... I wish I could be as optimistic. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received... 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way...
Hold on, Doc. Are you telling me the Earth went dark?
They've been incredibly effective at concealing the truth. Right now...
Earth is only an idea to us. But that idea is the bedrock the colony is built upon.
I don't want to imagine what'll happen once new... Earth isn't going to help us. No one's going to help us now. I had hoped your fellow colonists might hold the... I'll do what I can. It's time I return to my lab. I'll try to say... I only hope you know what you're getting in. We were going to save this colony, you know. Now, I don't know what to think. I always suspected...
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment she landed in Emerald Vale, her actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus, the Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony
If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark... Clark is lucky to... Some crew members are causing a disturbance. Now arriving at Phineas's top-secret orbital lab. Crew members Ellie and Max, you have a message from...
I'm impressed, Captain. Your signal made it through. Come visit me in Byzantium. Meet me in my office.
Adjutant Akande has ended her call. Rather rudely, if I... We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Not so fast. All right, you're clear. The adjutant's expected.
I admit part of me expected you to stand by your old friend. For better or worse. That said, he's also a wanted... We're going to monitor Wells until we're ready to make a move. I understand you've infiltrated the Ministry. Halcyon is on the verge of a total systems collapse. The truth, malnutrition is already a problem. Disease will come next, followed by starvation. I know this must come as a surprise to you. I imagine you have quite...
The powerful make the mistakes, and the powerless are left paying the price, as it has always been. Tell me, Adjutant.
I'm offering decisive... I can no longer depend on lazy, weak-willed bureaucrats to help me rescue Halcyon.
Guess Monarch folk ain't the only ones fucked around here. That ain't exactly an up...
I know your face. Stellar Bay's most infamous hunter. Monarch may harbor delusions of independence, but make no mistake. You are a part of our colony. I won't pretend the truth isn't damning. Yes, the colony is on the verge of collapse. But there is a way to save it. I'll answer however I can. We've already crossed the point of no return. The collapse has already begun. This is a permanent famine, Captain. We've done all we can to curb their hunger. A famine is a problem of logistics as well as marketing. Your workers must remain productive on as little food. Before you interfered in Roseway, Dr. Anton Crane was on the verge of developing... The solution is a temporary one. Before long, our workers are going to feel the... When I first discovered the truth, I was shocked, even disgusted. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized we have become lazy and decadent. We smother up. I admit, I occasionally fantasize about making an executive decision. Do you have any idea how much paperwork is involved in ordering someone's execution through the... The Lifetime Employment Program is not some malevolent strategy. The program is logical. It's reasonable. Phineas Wells does not have a plan. He has an Halcyon is already starving. Help me execute the Lifetime Employment Program. When you turned Phineas Wells over to me, I knew, and you deliver results. That quality alone. Do you know how many meetings I have to sit through? How many I can't save the... We need to... Thanks to your meddling, Edgewater is without power. Operations have ground to a halt. Edgewater needs to go. I want you to wipe the town.
I will hunt beasts until I'm out of ammunition. And then I'll fight a good long while out.
Then I suggest you find your courage.
I cannot condone this plan. Wanton...
I don't need you to approve of my plan, Vic. Now is not the time for half measures, Captain. When you diverted power to the Botanical Lab, you spelled the end of Edgewater. With every passing day, Edgewater leaches more of our limited resource. Because right now, you're the only person I can depend. Halcyon is going to collapse while the board... I'm not asking you to be a... We don't have any other option. No. Allowing thousands of colonists to starve to death. Steal your... Edgewater is beyond. You were in... There was an accident at the Emerald Vale geothermal plant many years ago. In fact, Spacer's Choice manufactured the incident for an... The insurance claim has been locked in committee for years. But the individual... I'm arranging for a delivery of mechanical... once the mechanicals are finished cleaning out Edgewater. I appreciate the... One last thing. Spacer's Choice sent a team of soldiers. I like you, Captain, but you're not worth that much paperwork. Report...
Adjutant Akande has instructed me to quite...
Dr. Wells has failed to discover the tracking signal broadcasting the location of... We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
You some sort of freelancer?
Describe the... It's not the best. This area is What in law's name? Junior Deputy... Well, can't say it. Don't let...
Some sort of...
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
Hey, Max.
Yes.
You really think we all have a purpose? That everything happens for a reason?
I don't know how we're ever gonna see eye to eye. Why? You got a ship. Hey, you're the boss. Hey, need to talk.
I sure hope you got a Conde to pay. I haven't seen anyone work this hard. Just make sure you have your terms in writing. My daydream, but what I really want to know. Hey, save Halcyon, good for you. I'm just saying, while you're at it, no harm in padding your pockets. For what it's worth, I think you're making a smart move. Hey, don't get it. Anything else? You serious? Whatever you say.
When I was stranded in Emerald Vale, I simulated a number of hypothetical scenarios in which Edgewater met its demise. Death by automechanical was number 57. We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
I've just been informed that... I know. You should be proud of yourself, Captain. I've made arrangements for you to journey to the Hope. Once the Hope is in position, You've proven yourself more. Give yourself some credit, Captain. Technology, Captain. Under the Lifetime Employment Program, every suitable worker in Halcyon will be placed in convenience. The Hope is a massive ship and we'll need to make use of it. Our facilities... I won't lie to you. We're going to have to dispose, but try to understand. Many of your fellow settlers are beyond saving. The Hope has been out of commission for years. You'll need to connect your own ship, then make your way to the Hope's Bridge. I have the
We have arrived at the... I need you to You'll have to connect me to... If you're calculating for the... Forget... You'll have...
Remember, not to take breaks on company time.
That's the last of them.
That ought to do her, Captain.
Can you hear me, Captain? I have successfully integrated myself into the Hope's comm systems, and am attempting to establish contact with the Hope's more primitive processor now. I see you've located the stasis chambers. Which pod were you slumbering in for so long, Captain? The missing one, I take it? That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious. Greetings, Captain. Are you...
ADA. But that... you should...
Initiated contact. I believe they're eager to speak with you once you've returned to the ship.
We're alive! We made it! I, never had any doubts.
You have a message from Adjutant. Captain, you have...
Attention, Captain of the Unreliable. This is Chairman Rockwell. That crackpot scientist has caused a riot among the prisoners and unpaid laborers. It's a law-damned bloodbath down here. As if that weren't enough, he's gone and taken Sophia hostage. I'm not... Among other things, we can't run this... He lost his mind years ago. Do you have any idea? I don't know. They're in the...
Should have known Wells wouldn't go meekly to his doom. We've assisted the board's efforts to...
I'm not convinced this isn't a trap.
Captain, your service to the board has been invaluable. If you wish to claim your...
If they offer us a retirement plan, we'll know they've reneged on their deal.
Hey, don't look at me. You already know.
It is too late to cancel.
Whatever may await you, it's best not to...
None of that, boss. We got us a job to...
For the...
And I...
Wait. Welcome back, Cap. I've received... Possibly, but I detect... Lilia praises your grit, guts, and moxie. I agree. Given her disposition, morality, and career path, I request... Captain, I am pleased to be advised. Resident count, the interior, I would also... I can make the assurance that I will not leave with another captain. Oh.
You're the back. I don't understand either. It's not like I tortured them or anything. That was... You've got to help us. Please. Bust through? Are you out of your... Oh, law. You're right. Okay. Come on, guys. Rifles up. Let's kick these rung leeches out of our... Tartarus security out. Hang on. Is that another ship coming in? I think that's from the Groundbreaker. Between you and the Mardettes, we may be able to retake...
Transmission. Please avoid damaging yourself.
The captain did right by us
What's
once.
that noise?
Now it's our turn. Forward for Groundbreaker!
What was that?
We got trouble! Well done. We are victorious. Here they come.
Let's look around. There's gotta be a few ways through here.
The captain did right by us
What was that?
once.
What was that?
Our turn. Forward for groundbreaker!
Neutralized. I better take a look. Waste my time.
Let's hurry.
Here they come! Opening fire! Everyone all right?
What was that?
Looks like we're doing this.
We have a lot of shooting to do, Captain.
Unexpected noise identified.
Like a raft among the rocks. Here they
Oh, that's the last of him.
Here they come!
Boy, take me. How about the chasm outside Stellar? This makes me nauseous.
Right. Let's dance. Get in there, troops! For Monarch! For Halcyon! Heads up, boss!
When I pulled you out of the Hope, I never imagined you'd turn me over to the board. Planting a bug in my terminal? That's low. We could have saved this colony, you know. That was always the plan. I revive you, you do as I say. I tell you to go there, get me this, shoot that, and you do as I say. If you'd just listened to me, we could have rescued everyone on the Hope. We could have been the saviors of Halcyon. But you didn't listen. No one in this damn colony ever listens. What? Oh, is this thing not working? Can you hear me now? Oh, wait a minute. You were mocking me. Unbelievable. You and your charm and your charisma. You had me so convinced you were on my side. But it was all just some elaborate ploy. If you think I'm going to admit defeat and throw myself at the mercy of the board, oh, you're wrong. I've still got some fight left in me. I can still bloody your nose. Too late now, old friend. Can't stop the laws of physics. Oh, equal and opposite reactions. Don't worry about me. Worry about... But I'll tell you what I do have. Oh, I've got a gun. Well, yes. The adjutant is your employer, after all. I was expecting something of a reaction. Say what you will, but I can't risk letting you interfere. The only thing worse than Halcyon collapsing. If you insist on interfering, I will be... Why don't you, backbiting, double-crossing ingrate? I loathe everything you've done, but... I can't imagine... What are you, the board's new Inquisitor? Yes, you have an unnerving talent. I can handle failure. Failure is part and parcel. The entire colony is just going to march quietly into stasis pods. It wasn't supposed to end this way. The board can't just destroy the entire colony and then... My life's work has been an exercise in futility. Surrender? Oh, I've had a bounty on my head for years. Torture, execution. The board has already extracted the secret of reviving colonists from me. You're trying to tempt me with your lies. It won't work. I'll never... Enough! Yes, I failed. So, you found out. I suppose it's not enough that you ruin my every plan. Yes, I've killed people. Is that what you wanted to hear? They were never patients. No, they were just things. It always starts with screaming, followed by thrashing, followed... I had hoped reviving the colonists would make everything better. I had hoped the end would justify them. I'm sorry for all that I've done. There's no other way this could possibly... I'm sorry about all this. I'm sorry about Never mind. It doesn't matter.
Thank the law you're here. That madman was out of control. At least Wells did you the courtesy of saving you a bullet. And what about you? You are... Why shouldn't I be interested in the well-being of my finest agent? Not to mention, you've put down the worst riot in our history. We don't have a moment to lose. We're gonna have to work... What I'm about to tell you must never leave. We've lost all contact with Earth.
Earth's gone dark, and you've been covering it up for...
The colony deserves peace of mind, Mr. Millstone.
So we've got to make do on our own.
We must find a way to carry on by ourselves. We're alone, Captain. That's all I know for certain. Not a word. Our every attempt at... The Earth Directorate's frigate accounts for half of our military forces. 2 years ago, We haven't heard a word back. Without the Directorate's frigate, our military... I couldn't risk this news getting out. I had every intention of telling you the truth after you'd skipped the Hope to Tartarus. I can't say for certain. I don't... Yeah, you're the reason. It's tough. I support your decision wholeheartedly. Now more than ever before, Halcyon needs... We're on our own now. Earth is...
The OS...